up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up? Okay, look, this is a quick video. I hate that I even have to even be doing this stupid ass shit, but it is what it is. First things first, for those of y'all who like, who comment and subscribe, thank y'all. For those of y'all who not know hating ass niggas and hating ass bitches, I love y'all. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, because baby, I'm on my way to go shopping, and yeah. So we're gonna talk about this comment right here that was left on my last story time. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all read that. Well, it's a lot to read, so maybe just pause the video so we can keep moving. All right. I don't know why someone would go out of their way to prove that they're Haley, or who would want to be Haley, but this person here is fucking psychotic. Okay. I didn't read through that whole comment. I'm not gonna read through all that shit. Like, I don't have time for that. Baby, I read essays on a daily for school. I don't have time for this shit. So, it's gonna point out some key factors, and I'm just gonna let y'all know where I stand with this. First things first, no one is going to make me stop telling my story times. Let's start there. I have a series. I want to complete my series, and then I will move on. Second, my page is not curated for any one person. If you watch all of my videos, what are they? The majority of them are vlogs. So, that's that. 3, when you are a content creator, as long as you're not defaming someone's character, stopping someone's income, spreading lies and false information about someone, or putting someone in danger, you're not doing anything wrong. If you're telling your stories about a specific person, or that regards a specific person, that does not mean you're talking shit about them. Okay? That is you telling your stories the way you experienced them. There are going to be people who want to make that about them. This is what this video is about. There is someone out there that wants everything to be about them. So let me tell y'all a little bit about something about Haley, right? Because the thing about this was, I wasn't even gonna respond. I saw the comment. I just felt like shit. If that person want to be Haley, then let them be Haley. Like, if they want to expose themselves to be that, I didn't do it. But one thing I noticed, and I haven't even got this far into the series yet, but we're going to go ahead and throw it out there now. Haley tends to resurface every single time something good happens in my life. Every single time. And when she does resurface, she tends to make anything I'm doing about her. Example, I did an event on my own as a single-handed promoter, right? And at this point in time, me and her went on no talking terms. I don't know. I forgot, really. But she came allegedly showing support. I was cool with that. So I bet I appreciate that, you know? Telling me how proud she was and all this other crap. Just for me to find out from my DJ the next day that she told him that I stole the idea from her. What was your point? Second example, I got to a point in my life where I was comfortable without her being in my life no more. She wasn't no friend of mine no more. I had my friend group. We were rocking and rolling. Everything was stabilized. As soon as I'm good, everything cool, I'm getting calls and texts at 3 or 4 in the morning talking about how I left them out to dry. I turned my back on them. How could I leave them at their lowest moment? Shit like that. Again, somehow inserting yourself and inserting your problems to make them my problems. And now, here we are, where I start my content creation journey. At this point in time, according to your comment, since it's been so many years, why are you still worried about what I'm doing? Why is any of y'all still worried about what I'm doing, if that's the case? Okay? Because I don't know if it's you or somebody going back telling me. I don't know who's doing what. I don't care. That ain't none of my business, because it wasn't like I was making these videos as a secret. It wasn't like I was keeping it from her. I didn't care whether she saw them or not, to be honest. I wouldn't have made the videos if I cared if she saw them. Like I said, here we are now. I'm doing my content creation. And who's resurfacing? Making it all about them. Oh, you're obsessed with me. It's that for me. No, I think it's you obsessed with me, because you shouldn't even know what I'm doing. You shouldn't even have no inkling of what I got going on. Even if I was telling stories about a specific person, why would you know that if it's been so long and you not checking for my every move? You gotta be. Okay? Then I skimmed through it. Something about I was mean. If I was so mean, then why would you study reaching out to me to rekindle a friendship? If I was such a mean bitch, what would be the point of you wanting to continue to be friends with me then? Right? And then something about good times. The good times, I couldn't even really think of no good times the more I thought about it, because they were always tainted with you ending off doing something dumb. And I fact checked that with other people, and that turned out to be true. That, yeah, there were no good times. So I said that to say this. This is my last time giving you any attention, because I think this is what you was looking for anyway, but I definitely wasn't going comment for comment, post for post. I don't have time for that. I'm not an internet warrior, okay? But this is my page, and I have a right to defend my content. Stop resurfacing my life, okay? Because this is unfortunately, you don't get to stick around for no more after this, because I'm about to get rid of you altogether. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear about you. I don't want anybody telling me anything about you. You need to go the fuck away and get some motion of your own and get a life of your own. And whatever life you got right now, get that in order and worry about that and not what's going on over here. That's what I need you to do, okay? Please. So that message was for Haley. Now, I'm talking to all content creators now. I'm new to this. I mean, I'm new to this side of content creation, right? It's plenty of YouTubers and storytellers on here or whatever that I'm more than sure they gotta deal with people like this. Resurfacing and, hey, you telling lies about me. Listen, tell your stories. Fuck what they talking about. Because it don't matter when it's all said and done. If you're not doing anything legally wrong, tell your stories. Don't let nobody bully you into not putting your content out and doing what you want to do. Do I think your whole page or should be curated around one person? No, I don't. I think that's just giving one person too much energy. And Haley, that's for you. You think I would sit up and make a whole page about you? Are you dumb? Maybe you are. I know you was delusional, but you are giving dumb right now. Because why, if that's even her that made that post, that comment, I don't know if that's Haley or not. I don't fucking care. And if it is her, we definitely not saying no names. If that is her, that's stupid. No one would have known it was you if you didn't say nothing. No one would even have anyone to put to the character if it wasn't for you making this post. If that's her, I'm not even for sure if that's her or not. I'm going to assume, but I don't keep up with her. You think I'm looking through every last one of my subscribers to see if Haley subscribed to my page? Like, I'm not. I'm not. Because if you want to subscribe just to see what somebody you quote unquote don't like is saying about you, then who's really the idiot here? Not me, right? But like I said, content creators, like, make your stories, man. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you feel good, okay? Because I will say this whole situation with Haley, I never talked about it with anybody. I never had anyone to talk about it to. When I had a therapist, I wasn't there. I was there for grief therapy. Hold on, y'all, it's getting hot. For grief therapy, I wasn't there to talk about I guess I could have, but I mean, we just never got to that. Okay, we was really more so talking about when my grandma died. I was having a hard time, and that happened. So I never really went to a therapist to discuss any other underlying factors in my life. So to be honest with y'all, doing these YouTube stories is actually therapeutic, because I talk it out and I'm like, wow, I'm really starting to come to grips with different things. Like, oh wow, I didn't even see it that way. But talking it out, you start to really see it for what it really was, right? So that's one thing. No one ever takes into consideration that could be therapeutic for people to tell their stories to a camera. And then people watch. If they don't, they don't. But it is therapeutic to get it out. Now, I will say this. Because Haley at one point was my friend, there is some things that were said, some things that were done, some things that I witnessed that I would never, ever, ever talk about. Because now that's fucked up. Now that would be fucked up. If I went and just started telling some stuff about some personal shit, that's evil. That's vindictive. That doesn't align with my page. I am not a page to out nobody or to make nobody look stupid or to put nobody's personal business out there. I think that's fake bitch shit. If you fall out with somebody and y'all not friends no more, that's one thing. But then for that to be a thing, and then for you to go and say some shit that everybody don't need to know, That's fucked up. And I do definitely know some things, but I mean, that's something that would never, if it did hit the internet, it wouldn't have came from me. It would have came from somebody else. But I'm not in the business of doing that. For one thing, I'm too old. For B, morally, I don't think that's right. Okay. Now, as far as the story times that I'm giving y'all, I am a part of the story time. Oh, another thing she said, something about me making myself out to look good and her like out to look bad. I didn't have to do that. That's how it played out. I don't have to tell a story to make myself out to be good, because one thing I could do is just not tell the story. If I was the real villain or I was the real issue, you think I got time to flip a whole story around to make myself look good and you look bad? I don't. That's a lot of work, for one thing. Anything I have said, that is what happened. Now, if you got a story where I was the fuck up, by all means, feel free to tell that story. I don't give a damn. I'm not going to watch it, but go ahead and do your thing, because I don't have a care to do that. But these are my experiences, and these are how I remember things going down, okay? Hence why we're not friends today. You did not align with the friendship circle that I had in my mind, in vision, okay? And you need to be okay with that. You need to move forward. You shouldn't even be watching nothing I got going on, to be honest with you. It don't even matter what the fuck I'm saying. Unless I'm out here really dogging your ass out, then you shouldn't even be here. But it don't matter, because you're not going to be here no way, because I told you this is going to be the last time you see anything from me. But, you know, that's that. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and clear it up, because I do know that people did see it. I left it up there. I'm about to get rid of it, because I don't want to see it no more. But I did see it. We had fun. We're going to keep moving on, because fuck it, we ball, right? So with that being said, like I said, I'm still going to give y'all these Haley series. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. Like I told y'all that time and time again. These are my stories, and I have the right to tell them. Okay? That's just the same situation as if somebody beat me up and then I decide to come to YouTube and talk about how that person beat me up. And then that person gets on here and says, how dare you get on here and talk shit about me and talk about me? And that was so, why can't I tell my story about you beating me up? I was the victim, not you. Brings me to my next point. All that playing a victim shit you do, that shit gets on my fucking nerves, Haley. Like, you do that shit all the motherfucking time. You get on this bitch. It's not your first time doing that. Before I even started any content creation, you were making Facebook posts, you were making Instagram posts, you were talking to other people, and you was making yourself out to be the victim and making yourself out to be like everybody just picked up and left you with no regard, when really you left out the most important part. You left out the parts where people was really trying to ride for you, and people was really trying to be there for you, and people was willing to help you and help you find resources to get you out of your situation, and you turned all that down because you wanted to do what you wanted to do and still keep people around, and no one was comfortable with that because it was getting to be too much. It was getting overwhelming. It was getting frustrating. It was feeling like every time people was hanging out with you, well, I'm gonna say me, every time I was hanging out with you, it felt like a babysitting job. It's too much. And so then when I decided to say, you know what, I'm straight, I don't want to do this no more, all of a sudden you playing victim. You getting up on somebody's platform and making it seem like somebody left you out to dry. Somebody just decided not to be your friend no more. And then you switch the narrative to fit your narrative. This is why I came to do my story times, because you were doing stupid shit like that. That wasn't even on the radar until it got back to me that you was telling different versions of stories. I'm like, oh, really? That's what was said? But I'm obsessed with you. But you study bringing up shit that happened years ago to other people. What was the point? But then when I tell my story, because it's the truth, you're upset. If none of this happened, and I'm telling all the lies, what's the point? Why even comment? Why even be bothered? Why be involved? Now, like I said, becoming a content creator, you gotta understand that this comes with the territory. I knew that even when making these videos, that it was a possibility that it would get back to Haley, and I was preparing myself for any backlash that it came with. I just didn't think it was gonna be like this. This is insane. this is crazy work to me. But fuck it, we ball. We here now. We keep moving. I addressed that. We done with that. I'm still gonna lay out the rest of my series because I committed to it. I am not going to stop because one person feels away. I don't care how you felt. You didn't care how I felt throughout that whole fucking friendship. You study doing dumb shit. Now when it's my turn, all of a sudden you crying anybody to listen. Girl, fuck you. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. So, I probably got about a cool 7-ish, probably more, maybe, at the least 5 more videos that I want to put out. And then the series is done, and we moving on to Clown. If Clown get the tripping, I'm about to fight somebody. Somebody getting punched in their motherfucking face. If Clown get the acting like, he definitely shouldn't come up, because he just shouldn't come. He just shouldn't fucking come up. That being said, that's my last time addressing any issues regarding Haley. We're just going to talk about my experiences and my story times. We're gonna keep it moving, but we had a little hiccup here, a little discrepancy that I definitely wanted to address. And do not take my delay of response as fear. Do not take my delay of response as I had to consult. No, I had to think about everything that I do. Everything that I do has to be thought out, well calculated, and well executed. I was not finna go post for post, comment for comment. I've never been that person. I'm not finna start now. Okay, and 2, this is the way I'm trying to break into content creation. At some point in time, I would love to have brand deals. I would love to break out to other things, and we're not going to let that be ruined because we didn't handle the situation correctly. So with that being said, everything is content. That's how I do shit now. Everything is content. So as far as even responding to her, it's content. We gonna rock. That's my last time ever saying anything to you, Haley, because you was looking for a response from me. You probably was looking for me to just pop off and say some stupid shit. No. And you probably was looking for me. You're looking for a way in for me to contact you, talk to you, and it's not going to fucking happen. This is as close as it's going to get, is this video, and it's done. What did Drake say? Diss me, you never hear a reply for it. That is what we're on going forward. Anything you say from here on out, we don't see it, we don't care. I don't follow you on any platforms, and I blocked you from all my shit because I didn't want to hear from you. I was tired of you reaching out to me. So that's that. Okay. And for anyone else who personally knows Haley, do not send me anything she says. Do not send me anything you have heard. Do not call me and tell me anything about the motherfucker. I don't want to hear shit about that shit. We gonna keep moving on, because then, like I said, about 5 or 6 videos, she won't even be talked about at all. Really, this is cleansing me, because I really don't want to talk about the bitch at all, to be honest, no more. So clear this out. Done deal. Okay. Now, if other people want to tell their story, but I want to move on. Also, that brings me to my next point, y'all. For all my subscribers, are y'all watching my vlogs? That's what I need to know. The story times is cool, but do y'all see these vlogs? Them vlogs is what take the most time, okay? Them vlogs is what I put the most work into. Watch them vlogs, okay? Because my whole life does not revolve around. Actually, my life doesn't revolve around any drama, to be honest with you, if we being real. So my life, for the most part, is joyful, peaceful. I spend time with my family, my friends. We have a good time. I'm celebrating birthdays, and I'm going out of town. I just want y'all to get a glimpse of who I am, right? And my personality and how I do stuff. That's why I said once we hit 500 subscribers, I want to go live so y'all can kind of get a glimpse of who I really am, like in real time, not just me recording it, right? So that is that. We are done with this. I just wanted to address the issue in the room, because I'm pretty sure somebody probably saw it. And that is me responding to you, Haley. That is it for you. You got your little 5 minutes of fame. Get the fuck on, okay? I go on and leave quietly before it get real, okay? So, with that being said, I'm Tisha Shanice, y'all. Y'all already fuck with me. Y'all already know how I get down. Make sure you tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to like, comment, and subscribe to Tisha Shanice, okay? But with that being said, I'm out. Peace. Heartbeat at the right time, babe.